Attention passengers, this is SNY's Keith Hernandez, and this is a Queens-bound 7 express train, the fastest way to Citi Field to see your Metsies.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? It is your guy David from Top Bunk Sports, and we are here with another 7 Express Live. I am here with my guy Amish and AP. AP's kind of taking care of something, so he's going to be on mute for a couple seconds or so.
Forgive me for everything today. I mean, it could be worse. You could be related to Kanye today.
Oh, yeah. Nothing's worse than that. What up, Amish?
What up, what up? It's been a minute. Good to be back.
Welcome back, and shout out to Chris who couldn't make it, but obviously we're showing him love and support as always. But let's get right into it. We're not gonna waste no time. The Mets took care of some nice sweeping business at home against the St. Louis Redbirds, and to be honest with you, this is as good as we've seen this offense. I'll throw it to you, Amish, first. Give me your takeaways on the offense, on the pitching, and the overall performance of the team.
I mean, what can you say about? I'll start with the pitching. What can you say about the pitching? Like, it's been amazing, like nonstop. Like even when they have their moments, like their bad moments, it's like they're able to keep it. Like when Brazoban gave up that home run, he then turned around and struck out 3, and then Lindor ends the game. Like that's what you need. It's like, you'd want your pitching staff to, like, for lack of a better term, bend but not break. Like, you can deal with them, like, having a moment or two, but as long as they keep you in it, then you're good. And that's what they keep doing, and they've done it all year. Even Diaz with his struggles, like, yeah, you don't want to see it. It's frustrating when he comes in and starts just throwing ball after ball, but he finds a way to lock it down, and that's what the pitching staff has done as a whole. Like, I can't knock these guys. Like, I guess Danny Young probably been the worst one, if you had to, like, nitpick.
Right.
But even he's doing okay. Like, I don't expect Danny Young to be lights out. And then if you go to the offense, like, it's still not completely clicked. Like, you can tell. Like, you still have their moments where they can't get the big hits, but we've seen it now come around a little bit. This series, like, we started to finally get that hit with runners in scoring position. Soto is starting to heat up. You see it. He's getting more comfortable. He's coming up with the big hits. Lindor's hitting in April, guys. Like, what the hell? Who is this Francisco Lindor? Like,
it's funny that you bring that up, because if we look at this graphic real quick about Lindor, I put a little graphic. Just these are his April stats now.
That's insane.
He's going off. Like, you got to really tip your cap to the guy.
He hasn't done that in his career here. He really in Cleveland too. He struggled in April a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just been his MO. Like, and that's why I've never really been the guy to, like, bitch about it. I know people get frustrated and some people go over the top, and they were calling for him to be gone and this and that in the past, but I've never been that kind of guy. And then to see him perform the way he's doing this April, like, if he keeps that up all season, that you got another MVP caliber year from the guy. Like, and then, I mean, Pete Alonso, the dude is playing like an MVP right now. He's just, teams can't get him out. Like, he's locked in. And again, like I said, Soto's finally starting to click. Acuna's hitting. That's great. We're still, I mean, Beatty, he's been a little better, but he's Beatty. But, so we still got some struggles, but we're getting there. You can see it starting to come together. And The other thing I wanted to just add is obviously the atmosphere, and you were part of that. I think you went to at least a game or two.
Three games the week,
Oh,
Friday,
games.
Saturday, Sunday. Yeah.
Nice. So, like, the atmosphere in that stadium, the players are obviously feeding off of that. Like, it's helping. The fans are answering the call, man. Steve kind of threw down a little bit of a challenge before the season, saying like he wasn't happy with the attendance last year, especially down the stretch. And to be honest, I mean, you can't. You could see it both ways. Like, obviously, it's expensive to go to games.
Right.
It's not easy. Like, the team got off to a weird start last year, so people, I don't think, fully bought in. But this year, people are bought in, man, and it's amazing to see April crowds like that. Those are September, October type crowds,
and they're out. Yep,
and they're out. And this series with the Phillies should be pretty hype. So it's gonna be fun. I love what I've been seeing. I mean, 15-7, first place. I mean, you want to nitpick, knock yourself out. I'm not gonna do it. I've seen. For most part, I've seen all good things.
I mean, I think what impresses me more too is this guy right here, and I think you kind of spoke about it, but I think he deserves his flowers in almost every conversation you talk about when it comes to the Mets and specifically the hitting. It's this guy right here. I checked something up before, like 2 hours before we started recording. You know, in April, he struck out 23. I'm gonna tell you to just play along real quick. Last year, he struck out about 23 times in April. What do you think that number's up to right now?
Is it under 10?
It's actually on it.
On it? Yeah, I was gonna say around 10 seems right. He hasn't been striking out a lot. Like
that right there. You talk about a guy who swings and misses a lot. The discipline from Pete Alonso this year is like, I really got to tip my cap to whatever work like he did in the offseason. The discipline at the plate for him, it's really impressed me. And it's like I've said before, you know, to you guys and during in spaces, the strike zone right now is so super wide for him. Like, everything that he's seeing is just going off his bat. The home run that he hit on Saturday in the 8th inning, he literally went to go grab that ball and hit it upper deck. Like, if that's not impressing you, I don't know what is with this guy. So, you know, right now he's proven the doubters wrong, and you really, as a Met fan, you really got to be impressed, because we didn't know what Pete Alonso we were gonna get. I think a lot of fans were going into the season really scared in terms of what you were gonna get from Alonso because of the last 2 seasons and his struggles. So it's pretty dope to see. I think the best part about it for me was how disciplined the pitching was as well. You paid attention to the pitching all 4 games. I mean, it goes from Griffin Canning. Griffin Canning is another guy where you looked at that Thursday game, and he kept the Cardinals quiet. You're talking about a guy that went 6 strong. He got up to 100 pitches, got 6 strikeouts, attacked the strike zone. His fastball was on fire. This is a guy that was 5-13 with an ERA in the 5s last year with the Los Angeles Angels. He comes to the New York Mets, and that pitching lab proves to help him. Look at Tyler McGill. Tyler McGill's off to a great start. A guy that I didn't even want in this rotation. And again, he's going in here. He's proven that, you know, if he could stay consistent, he could be worth it. The pitching right now to me is the best part of this whole thing. And I love the lineup. I love how consistent the lineup is and how more consistent it'll get with Juan Soto kind of heating up little by little and everything like that. But the pitching, for so much negativity that it got, and we don't even have half our guys like Sean Manaea and Frankie Montas. Like, imagine what those guys could possibly do. And I know people have their ups and downs about Frankie Montas, but who knows what that pitching lab could do for him.
And you know what's a nice thing too is, like, I think some people came into the season like thinking that at some point in May or earlier in the season, May, June, that we would have to see guys like Sprout and maybe Tidwell and guys like that. And the way this pitching staff is pitching, like we might not, I mean, unless injuries, knock on wood, but if they keep pitching the way they're pitching, we might be able to let those guys keep develop. Like we don't have to force them to come up because our pitching staff is doing what they need to do. We don't have to make kids come up quicker than they might be ready for when your pitching is just fine. And then if you get Montas back and Manaea back, like, I mean, Montas, I'm not too heavy on. Like, we don't know what we're gonna get, but I'm hoping Manaea will be like somewhat what he was last year.
Right.
It's just the matter of getting him back. But yeah, man, I've been happy with everybody. Like, I haven't been like, there's not one starting pitcher that I have complaints about right now. They're just all pitching just well enough, and that's all that's needed right now.
Especially Senga, right? You talk the guy literally comes back last year, gets hurt the same day he comes back, and then you don't know what a pressure situation like the playoffs could do to a guy. Mind you, he was thrown in 2 big pressure games twice and really didn't perform to the best of his ability. Do I blame him? No, because I don't think he needed to be put in that situation. If anything,
that wasn't really fair to him to kind of throw him out there after missing all season and then being like, here, go pitch in the playoffs, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah, right. So again, for him to kind of to show a little bit what he showed us in his first year in 2023, I think is really, really remarkable. You just hope that again he finds his consistency, which he has so far, and he continues to battle, man, because he keeps all his starts. I don't think he's had a start where he's struggled like that. Like the most that you could kind of say he struggled was in Miami, where even
first game,
even down 2 runs, he kept the Mets in it the whole way through up until he gave up that unearned double in the gap after the Lindor error. But other than that, he's been very, very solid. Again, if he continues this, you could be talking about him and Manaea being your 1-2 punch when Manaea comes back, and if Manaea comes back to what we know he can be. So it's pretty interesting. I was gonna get to AP, but obviously AP right now is struggling. So we'll move on to the probables for this series coming up. And obviously today's game at 7:10, we have Aaron Nola, who, if you look at that right there, that shocked the hell out of me, because that's not Aaron Nola, like, especially in the beginning of the year. So that's a very big eye-opener in terms of just what he brings to the table. But the Mets always kill him whenever he comes to Citi Field. So I don't think the Mets will have a big problem with him, but let me not jinx it, because then I say that and then he comes in here and he throws 7 innings and just goes wild. So you got Tyler McGill that's on the mound today, so I expect him to obviously have a solid outing based on what he showed his last outing. Then you have 2 pitchers right here that can give the Mets trouble. And they have given the Mets trouble in the past. You got Christopher Sanchez, and you got our old friend Zach Wheeler, who the Mets can't seem to hit at all. So Amish, give me your opinions on the probables for the Philly series and how you think this outcome could be for the team in general.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. You got your back end of the rotation going up against their front end of the rotation. Mm-hmm. Granted, Nola, like you said, we've hit him in the past, and obviously he hasn't pitched well so far. But when I see that from guys like Nola, the thing that scares me is, like, is this the game that he finds it? Like, he's pitched crap, but is this the game that he finally gets his shit together? Like, that's what you worry about a little bit. But the Mets historically have been able to hit him, so I feel decent about that. Obviously, the Phillies have a decent lineup too, so having our back end of the rotation is a little scary.
Right.
Not gonna lie, but I can see us taking 2 out of 3. I can see us losing 2 out of 8. To me, it could go either way. Like, I don't think we're getting swept. I don't think we're sweeping them. It would be nice. I just don't. I don't really. I've said it before. I don't really like to predict sweeps anyway, but especially in a series like this, the matchups just don't really favor us right now. But the way the Mets are playing, though, you never know. Like, listen, before that Cardinal series, all I kept seeing was, oh, the Mets pitching hasn't faced an offense like this, blah, blah, blah. Like, and they go there and they shut them down. Like, they shut them down for 4 games. Let's be real. So people talk a lot about our pitching, but our pitching keeps stepping up. So hopefully it's another series where the pitching surprises people again. And maybe eventually they won't surprise. It won't be a surprise. Like, people will just be like, all right, these guys are good. Obviously it's still April, so people they're going to be like talking shit and whatnot. And like, I saw one reporter say, well, the Mets haven't played anyone yet, so let's see. It's like, come on, bro. Like, why do we keep moving the goalpost every time for this team? Like, it's ridiculous. It's just annoying. Like,
it goes back.
The most annoying part of this season so far has been like other teams, fans, and reporters like talking shit. Other than that, I've been having fun. Like, but
and the funny thing too is it be our own reporters too.
Yeah, it'd be our own guys.
Oh, what's like, yo, come on, dude.
Yeah. Well, they know what gets clicks, and when you like enrage the Mets fan base, it just like goes crazy. And then you got the idiots on the radio that, I mean, talking about booing Juan Soto after freaking a couple weeks. Like, don't guys like that shouldn't. I don't understand how guys like that have a. I mean, I guess it's because they do get the engagement, so that's how they keep their jobs. But guys like that, there's far better people with far better opinions that I think could be on the radio over guys like freaking Sal Licata. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Like,
of course,
if you listen to that garbage, like, you're wasting your time. But yeah, that's it. That's all that's really bothered me this season is idiots like that talking shit. But I think we got as good a shot as any to win this series. And if we do, I mean, that puts us in pretty good shape. Like, we're already, I think, 2 games up on them. I know it's early in the season to be scoreboard watching and standing watching, but it matters. It matters because late in the season, if it could come down to a game or two. So games like this, series like this against your division rival, it matters. And especially with the Braves not really clicking yet and them having injury issues, like, you want to bury them as much as possible because they're always a team to be wary of. So yeah, man, just got to keep doing what you're doing. And I'm excited. I can't wait for this game to start. I really am excited for this series. This is the first series other than like the like opener and whatnot that I'm like really pumped for. So
yeah, I mean, this is a true test. I mean, I personally think it's a true test for us just because it's like, all right, you know, we took care of the teams that we necessarily don't have to worry about in terms of our division. Now it's down to the real beef. Like, now it's our first game of the divisional series where it's like a team that we got to worry about because obviously we don't really got to worry about the Marlins like that. But now it's like, you know, the Phillies have a lot to weigh in when it comes to us, how last year played out, us eliminating them in the division series. So they're coming here for blood. Like, they're coming to pay back some message. And the Mets is kind of like, and the Mets, on the other hand, are kind of in the same boat in terms of, listen, we owned you guys last year. Y'all took the division. We're not here to win a wild card. We're here to take the division. We got a superstar here now. Yeah, he's not playing in the superstar caliber right now, but he's turning the page little by little. Like,
wouldn't it be nice if this is the series where he just like goes off? Like, he goes, I start getting bombs and goes nuclear. Like, that would be amazing. I mean, I don't want to put that on him right now, but
that would be such.
You could see it coming. Like, he's getting there. He's finally getting the hits in big spots. Like, he's getting there. It's just a matter of time. And it was always a matter of time. Like, people that were freaking out about Juan Soto, like, made no sense to me. Like, what? Juan Soto's AKA slump was better than most guys in the major leagues. Like, what are you people smoking? Like, it's just so frustrating. It's like, do you not know any ball? Like, why are you commenting?
This dude was something, but still had an average of 278. Like, yeah, that's a slump. Yeah, okay.
His on base percentage is like the 400. Like, what are we talking about, man? This is just ridiculous. It's the same idiots that bitch about Lindor. At least his numbers made it was. I could give you his numbers were bad, but like how many times did he have to prove that he heats up once it comes May, June? Like he's a totally different player.
That's been his.
People didn't want to see it, but hope now and then instantly they moved on to Soto and bashing him. It's like, come on, like
It's that money talk, dude. It's that money talk.
Yeah, it's the money crap, whatever.
It's that money talk. They want to hold them to every high standard because he is the highest paid athlete in sports. And it's just like, dude, why can't somebody just get his money without being critiqued about it? Like, you want to critique him on his game because that's what he's doing. But why you always got to bring money into the situation? That's my thing with Lindor. Like, Met fans that were always critiquing him were always bringing in, well, we got to pay him $300. It's not your money. It's not your money, brother.
And yet, when you look at like the Fangraphs that does like valuations of like how much a player is worth, he's playing over like his he's underpaid technically if you look at those numbers. Like, right, people are talking about it, it's like, come on, man. Like, it's just, I don't know, whatever. It's stupid, but I'm glad we have those guys. Like, that's all I guys like. I'm glad they're on my team. And now with Alonso hitting the way he's hitting, if we can get anything out of the bottom of the order, we're fine, man. And now we're going to start getting, I mean, I don't know how that's going to switch up the dynamic, but we are going to get McNeil back. We are going to get Alvey back. It changes things, man. It really does. And we'll see how it all plays out. Vientos, hopefully, it looks like he might be available off the bench tonight. So it looks like we dodged a bullet there. Hopefully he starts to heat up, because if he starts to heat up, it's over, man. It really is. Like, I don't know how if you get this offense clicking and the guys that we expect to hit the way they can, like, how do you stop them? You just can't. You can't get through that whole lineup without giving something up. You just can't do it. I just don't believe you can. Like, so I don't know. We'll see.
For me, if I'm a pitcher, I'm terrified because I gotta worry about Lindor, and then I gotta worry about Soto, and then if I get through those guys, I got a red hot Pete Alonso that is not fishing at anything. He's disciplined as fuck. So you're not getting the Alonso from last year. This is a whole different Alonso that's heating up right now. So, man,
if we could get Nimmo to wake the hell up,
oh yeah.
Come on, like that's a game changer too. Like that's what's amazing about where we're at right now is nothing has really gone to plan.
Yeah,
at all. Like with our offense. Our pitching, I mean, it hasn't really gone to plan either. Most people expected our pitching to struggle, so it's been flipped. But if we could get the pitching and the hitting to somehow like coincide and like both get hot at the same time, look out.
Crazy thing is you spoke about how if this bottom of the lineup could get hot, Tyrone Taylor's hitting the shit out the ball too.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one guy that's starting to heat up little by little. Luis Torrens is starting to put the barrel to the ball now, little by little. Like Luis Angel Acuna has an average right now of like 3-something, and in his last, if I'm not mistaken, I think they said like last 10 games or so. Like he's starting to heat up as well, and it's starting to be scary for a lot of people.
Luis Angel Acuna is getting to that point where you're like, I feel like you got to think about, like, when do you stop messing around and just let him cook and play every day? Like, I know that's hard with the guys that we have, but you really got to think about it, because if he's going to play that way, like, how can you bench him? Like, I don't see it.
Yeah. I mean, and it just sucks that Beatty's getting hot too. He's starting to hit the ball now.
It's a good problem to have, but it's like, you got to make a decision somewhere. Like, somebody's got to sit.
I mean, listen, if it was up to me, Acuna's in, Beatty's out. And there's no disrespect to the kid, but, you know, you had your opportunities before you started hitting the ball, and it's like, you got to make a decision. Business is business. These are all grown kids. They know the business aspect of the game. They understand that, listen, sometimes decisions got to be made. Acuna's proved it a little bit more, man. And again, you don't know what you're going to get from Ronnie. That's another kid that
I was just about to say that. I'm like, and then we got Ronnie kind of lurking. He's starting to like do his rehab. Like, again, great problem to have. But if these guys are all gonna hit, we got to do. I mean, they're gonna have to move somebody at some. I mean, it's early yet, but they'll probably wait till later in the season. But you can't play all these guys. Like, if they all deserve to play, you just can't all play. And you got Jet Williams doing all right so far in the minors too. Like he's working his way up. So it's like, and they all play the same damn position. So
we got my guy Chris in the building.
What up?
Appreciate you always, bro. It's all good. No worries. We might even AP might not even get a sentence in here.
I was gonna say I don't know if AP is gonna make it either. So
yeah,
it's a 2-man show today. It's all right.
That's a Derek. He says LGM, bro. Yes, sir, man. The vibes are high right now, and I don't know, just playing a division team that is kind of right there next to you. They're also winning. They're not playing bad baseball at all. It gets you pumped. Every time we play the Phillies, man, I start getting more anxious and more excited because I can't stand the Phillies. Like that's a team that if I could just eliminate out of my division, I'd rather keep the Braves than the Phillies. I just can't stand the Eagles. I can't stand the Phillies. I can't stand the 76ers. That entire state of Pennsylvania, bro, it just they irk my soul.
No,
like,
100%. I had some of the kids talk about that they went to Philadelphia. It's like I dislike this city so much. Also, apologies for everybody. I've been the invisible man today because it's 6:00 and my kids have kidnapped me. So please send help. Send help. This is an SOS. I probably only got 2 seconds before I could back to mute. But in terms of the Phillies, F them forever. The Phillies pitching is gonna their pitching is gonna be tough. We got Nola, followed by Sanchez, followed by Wheeler. So we know that pitching, they're bringing their A game to the series. So this is going to be the earliest, toughest test that the Mets have faced all year. Yeah, we dropped series, but I think that this is the definitive statement series of April. So right now, the Mets have a chance to do something really, really great. They could really push their April lead up a little bit if they could take the series. I don't know. It's really early in the year for this to be like a statement because it's not like everybody's playing like September baseball, but it's a good barometer to see where we stack up with the second team, our rival right now, throwing their best pitching, knowing that our hitting isn't clicking on all cylinders and we're missing some pieces, and especially in the pitching side. But I think that if the Mets are able to take the series, let's say, it sends a statement to the other team. If we lose the series, it makes them feel good about themselves too. So, like it's tough, but we ultimately got to show up. And I think that where the Mets can make a big statement is in a couple of bats. I think Soto can make a statement here. He was the big offseason acquisition, and his bat seems to be coming. It came alive and against that St. Louis series. If he could continue to get on base and do what he needs to do, that'd be great to see. Alonso's been on a tear. He's been really good against Nola. I hope that those numbers continue. If he could do what he's been doing. But I love to see the young kids, the Acuñas, the Beattys, continue to show a little bit more and make sure that we have more depth in this lineup. I don't know. This series, like Amish said, you can see it go any way. I don't want the Mets to get swept. I think that would be demoralizing to get swept. Man, it would suck to lose the series too. The Sanchez one versus Griffin Canning is going to be a tough one just off the rip because Sanchez has been really good. And Canning's been solid. So that could be a potential swing one. Having Wheeler, the 1:00 game, he's been really good since we remember in day games, and it's at Citi where he does good too. So this series, man, it's really going to be one of those series that I can't really call. It could go either way. I think that the X factor for the Mets is going to be how good they are at working counts and getting the Phillies starters out of the game so they could get to the pen, because the Phillies pen is just a crapshoot. You had the Phillies reporters like literally crying because they choked out that Marlins game. They were acting like the Phillies got eliminated yesterday. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So if we can make them cry, that'd be great. I love watching the Phillies post game when those dudes lose.
Yo, it's
Oh,
the best.
and that is my favorite TV. I sit there and I'm like, I can't wait to watch Philly highlights. I'm like,
You
that is
remember
my favorite part of the day.
2022 when we were down like 7-1 in the 9th inning and we made that improbable comeback. I had my mother go to the deli around the corner of my house to get popcorn, and she thought I was watching a movie. She comes back in and she's like, "What are you watching?" I was like, "A post game." She was like, "Is that why you made me get popcorn?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm watching my rival team drop."
It's must-see TV. Those guys cry so hard. But look, this is my key to this whole series. The Mets making sure that they're getting their starters out. If they get into the 7th or 8th inning and they got a big lead, it's I don't see the Mets winning. The formula has to be the Mets have to get these guys out, keep the game close, try to have a lead preferably, but the starting pitching is going to be tough. So the Mets' keys to winning the series to me: make sure you work the counts, get these starters out, preferably 5th inning, no later. Try to keep the game close, so it's within striking distance at least. So you could like have a late game rally if you need to, but just make sure that you're getting the bats that are working the counts. I expect to see that from the Lindors and the Sotos, and hopefully from the Nimos working counts. If Philly is destroying our starting pitching, I think it's going to be a long series for the Mets. I think that the Mets starting pitching has to hold up, and knock on wood, it does. I think if our starting pitching keeps games close, our pen locks it down, then we have shots. But the starting pitching has to be solid from our end, or Philly's going to just have an amazing series. So keys for me: just have the at-bats that we need, keeps the game close, and give yourself a shot against that horrific Philly bullpen.
Chris says we sweep in Philly, LMFAO.
We smoking them blunts. I hear you, Chris.
I hope so.
Right, bro. We smoking that Philly pack. I hope you're right, bro.
Yeah, as far as our starters, like honestly, Peterson, I honestly have all the faith in the world in. Plus him being a lefty against that lineup, I think helps us.
Yeah.
It's just the fact that he's going up against Wheeler. So hopefully he can match up. They can match up zeros, or maybe we finally can hit Wheeler. That would be nice.
Great. Awesome.
And then McGill, he's been pitching pretty solid. So if he can keep us in the game, that's another. My biggest concern is Griffin Canning. Obviously he's pitched way above what any of us expected so far. Can he keep it up against this Phillies lineup? I don't know, man. And Christopher Sanchez is a tough. He always pitches us so tough. Like if there's a game that I had to like if I had to pick an L that we were going to take, I think that's the one that like is glaring at me. But yeah, if you can, and Deron Rivera makes a good point in the comments. You can play good defense. You can't give extra outs to that lineup because they will kill you. And we know that. We've seen it. And that's the one thing that I've liked of the way we've been playing lately. Like the games have been clean. And that's something. We were winning games earlier in the season, but we were playing some sloppy baseball. It was frustrating at times. So to be able to win games clean and just feel good after a win and not feel like, yeah, we won, but that was not pretty. So if we can keep that up, that'd be great. So, yeah, man, again, it can go either way, but we'll see. It's going to be a tough series. It'll be fun.
I think the funny thing about that is like it almost feels like the defense takes its cue from Lindor. If Lindor is playing lights out defense, it almost feels like everybody else is playing lights out defense. So I'm looking forward to a really and I think both teams are going to get up for this series.
Yeah, I mean that goes back to my point in terms of what these two teams are playing for. These guys know how important this game is, regardless if it's early in the year. They know a divisional game is a divisional game, and it's important. It helps you in the standings. It helps you build off of that. The Mets could take 2 out of 3 and then go on a big run just on the impact of this game. You know what I'm saying? And the same could go for the Phillies. So this is a very important game, no matter how early it is in the season. And it's a statement game. It kind of puts your team in a situation where it's like, if you win this series, you're sending an early message, like I said, to that team that is chasing you, or the team that you're trying to chase in that division. So again, it's gonna be an all-out brawl.
Especially when you know they got a chip on their shoulder after the way the postseason ended. Like that, you know, even though it's a new year, that's still playing in their minds a little bit. Like it's bullshit if they say it's not, because it obviously will. So yeah, they're gonna come in wanting to make a statement, and we gotta just answer back. Like that's just the way it is. So yeah, it'll be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. Almost game time, so yeah, I want to wrap it up whenever, but yeah,
AP seems like he got his final words in there, so I'm gonna let him be. He's obviously, you know, dealing with the kiddies today, so it's a pretty hectic day for him. But Amish, any final words before we wrap it up?
No, man, let's go Mets. Let's get this. Just win the series. That's all I care about. Keep winning series. Like I don't. Sweeps are nice, but it's not necessary. Just go out there, take care of business. It's obviously not going to be easy.
Right.
We've talked about the reasons why. So yeah, let's just get that dub, and let's go Knicks too. Let's not forget about our Knicks. So hopefully they get that W tonight.
Game two, yes sir. But appreciate you, bro. Always. Shout out to you. Shout out to AP, and shout out to Chris, who's watching. Like I said, I couldn't be here. Shout out to all the Met fans, man. Again, we playing really good baseball right now, and hopefully with this important series against the Phillies, we keep it going. Hopefully the pitching continues its success. And again, it's only April, but we're playing.
And I just wanted, my fault, Top. I just wanted to apologize, man. Obviously, anybody that has children knows it's tough. This 6 o'clock start for this show was tough, but you know what, the Mets have been doing a lot of winning without being on all cylinders. So just want this to be, I don't want any stupid mistakes. I don't want any anything taken away from like the good vibes in City. So I just look forward to crisp, smart decision baseball. Let the cards fall where they may. Just play really good baseball. I don't want to be frustrated. I don't want the Mets are 1 for 1,000 with runners on scoring position, because I will lose my mind. Just play smart baseball, please. Like if you're in a game with a team that could score runs. So for the love of God, if you have to play small ball to get guys over, do it, man. Just do what you need to win. That's all I ask. Like I don't want to see like anybody trying to play hero ball. I just want to see people doing what they need to do. That's all I ask. Let's go Mets.
Absolutely. Let's go Mets, man. Again, shout out to Mets Nation. Shout out to all the Met fans that show us love and support. We will see you guys on the next video. I'm your guy, David from Top Bunk Sports. We'll catch y'all, man. Peace out.
This is SNY's Gary Cohen, and this train ride is over. This is the last stop on the train. Please exit onto the platform. Thank you for riding with us.